Hello and welcome to the October 10th episode of This Week in Kirkland, the official podcast of the City of Kirkland, bringing you timely topics and noteworthy news delivered to you every week. I'm your host, Jim Lopez, one of two deputy city managers here at the city, joined today by two members of our podcast team.
Kate Ryan.
And David Wolbrecht.
As well as our very special guest, returning guest, Carly Pasaconis.
Hello. Thank you and happy to be here.
Welcome back.
Yay.
Yeah, here for the three-peat, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're very excited to hear all about what you're doing at the city in emergency management and specifically about the Great Shakeout.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into all that, here's what we're covering this week.
A few announcements including Pee Wee Monster Bash, what's coming up at the next council meeting, Green Kirkland Week, and an Arbor Day celebration.
Plus, how to recycle those pesky e-waste items, some fire prevention tips, entering your pet in the Halloween pet photo contest.
Ooh.
Yeah. And giving blood at an upcoming drive.
How do we get a look at all those photos?
Well, stay tuned, Jim.
Stay tuned.
We'll give you all the details and more.
I can't wait. And a reminder that as always, we have links and more information in the show notes for all of our items. So take a look at that wonderful resource. So here's our big story of the week. Hey, get involved in Kirkland's next 2-year city budget. The City Council is seeking input from the community now while they develop the 25-26 city budget.
The city budget sets the course for a wide range of city services, including public safety, keeping parks beautiful and pedestrians safe, protecting the natural environment, and ensuring housing for all.
There's a lot that goes into a city's budget, and you can show off what you know or don't know with our city budget pop quiz and weigh in on what's important to you.
Oh.
Everyone who completes the quiz, get this, will be entered into a drawing to win $60 of Kirkland cash.
Wow, that's
Hey,
great.
Yeah.
check
Take
it out.
that quiz.
Yeah, awesome.
Hey, join a boo-tastic time at the Pee Wee Halloween Monster Bash. We talk a lot about
The Monster
the
Bash.
Monster Bash. It was a monster bash. I forgot the word. But we do keep an eye out for certain really iconic costumes.
That's right. And if your little monster wants to come out on October 25th, North Kirkland Community Center, the event is perfect for little ones aged 1 through 5. Packed with treats, games, fun for your tiny terrors.
That's right. There will be carnival-style games and activities, the Monster Mash Cookie Walk, swamp fishing, baddie bowling, and the Rock Monster. Feed the Rock Monster.
I'm pretty sure that Tracy Harrison and
They're so fun.
Gianna, who were on last week for the Harvest Festival, I think they had something to do with
They
this.
must have
Yes,
I'm just
yeah.
like, they just have the most fun job in the world.
You know, we like to call parks the Department of Fun.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like
the captains
the
of
Fun Central.
Fun Central, that's right.
And I kind of meandered into one of our Peter Kirk room, or
Yeah,
one of our community rooms, and there were costumes everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the costume swap.
Costume swap.
Yeah. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Fun all
So
around.
I think
Yeah.
we're getting the full circle, and I did look for Robin Hood. Didn't see that.
Yeah, I don't think Robin.
But there was another Wahlberg costume in there.
Yeah, my mom did donate. I think it was last year, but it was maybe still around or came back. Was a cowboy
The cowboy.
or cowgirl? Sorry,
Cowgirl.
yeah, my
little red.
sister wore it when she was like 6.
Was she really that tiny?
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, Jim, most humans start out pretty small
tiny.
and then go from there.
It was so tiny.
Yeah.
It was so adorable.
Yeah,
Anyway.
like red hat, right?
Yeah, you guys are doing the Wahlberg family.
showing up for
showing up.
costume swap.
You are showing up.
Good job, Susan.
Hey, the next meeting of the Kirkland City Council is on Tuesday, October 15th. Here's what's on the agenda. On the business agenda, Council will review and discuss the draft 2025 state legislative agenda. That's always interesting.
They'll consider adoption of the 25-26 rates for solid waste, water, sewer, and surface water utilities.
Council will also review proposed updates to their policies and procedures.
Yeah, and we'll have a special presentation from King County Health Through Housing, the Health Through Housing project update, as well as a special presentation introducing Plymouth Housing as the operator of that facility.
That's right. We'll also get an update on the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging 5-year roadmap.
That should be fun to hear.
Yeah, full meeting.
And then prior to the business agenda, during the study session, Council will receive a K-2044 comprehensive plan recommendations from the Planning Commission.
Okay. Council meetings, as always, are streamed live on the city's YouTube channel, Facebook page, and the city's website. So be sure to tune in there. Hey, let's get into something that's literally rooted in our community.
Is this the pop quiz?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Green Kirkland Week.
I was going to say
cool.
kindness.
Yeah,
Oh,
Paul knows.
yeah, all right.
Kindness is well played.
Well,
Yes,
thank
yes.
you. It's, literally rooted in
That too.
Yes. Well, Green Kirkland Week is all about the start of the planting season and recognizing the incredible volunteers who help maintain Kirkland's natural area parkland.
Green Kirkland Week wraps up with the city's Arbor Day celebration on October 26th at Everest Park. You can join volunteers, registration required, to mulch and care for our urban forest. And then at noon, there will be a ceremonial tree planting with the mayor.
Oh, that would be
Very
fun.
fun, yeah. A wonderful way to honor our trees and the benefits they bring.
Yes. Is your junk drawer starting to look like a tech museum, perhaps?
Oh,
My
Yeah.
BlackBerry just gathering dust there.
It is amazing the capacity of those drawers to accumulate things.
Yeah, I've got a box that's just full of wires.
Yep, a box, yep.
There is something about pushing everything into a drawer and shutting the drawer that is
Yeah, it's so
satisfying.
Satisfying.
That's right.
Well, International E-Waste Day is coming up on October 14th, and it's a great time of year to get rid of old electronics, old phones, laptops, chargers, and maybe even some dead headphones.
Yep. E-waste recycling helps conserve natural resources, reduces landfill waste, and keeps toxic materials like mercury and lead from contaminating our environment.
Many electronics are actually free to recycle, so check out our website. We got all sorts of drop-off locations listed there.
Yes, great stuff. Hey, let's shift gears to something that's alarmingly important.
Oh, nice
Okay.
pun. Okay.
Fire prevention.
Oh, yes.
I'm
nice.
suspecting there are some alarms in there.
Yeah.
Indeed. So we are in Fire Prevention Week, October 6th through 12th, and this year's theme is smoke alarms. There you go, Jim.
Yeah.
Make them work for you.
A working smoke alarm is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect your home from a fire. So remember to install them, test them, and replace those batteries when needed.
We were getting a beep the other night, and we
Were you cooking?
We were cooking, but it was because one of our smoke alarm batteries was out, and so
Oh.
it was like, hey, you got to replace
It
it.
it knew it was fire prevention week.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, it's Fire Prevention Week. and
on
so,
schedule.
yeah, and Haku just hates that
Hates the
sound.
alarm.
She was just like trembling.
Yeah.
It was sad.
They could actually write in the recipe when I cook, turn off the alarm step.
Oh, it's that far down.
That far down.
It's like chop the
Yeah, chop
onions, turn off the fire alarm.
Get back to business.
Okay.
All right, we
So
got-
anyway, so
we got-
friendly reminder
Yeah.
to me to buy D batteries on my way home.
Yes.
There you go.
Hey, for all our pet lovers out there, the Halloween pet photo contest is happening now. We talked about this earlier. David, when do I get to see these photos?
You get to see these photos after October 30. Well, leading up to October
Yes.
31st. So
Yes.
share your photos on our social media channels by October 31st at midnight. So what we're talking about is dress up your pet in a pet safe and family friendly Halloween costume, snap a photo, and you could win some Kirkland cash.
That's right. This is a fun take on our pet tag photo contest that is happening. So be sure to show off those pet license tags because that's how you'll be entered to win. And if you need to get or renew your pet license, you can get $15 Kirkland cash when you do so right
my
now.
goodness.
Yep.
And we really, really, really need folks to register their pets.
Yeah,
It's a big deal. It pays for how we manage the program.
Yeah, and it keeps pets safe.
Keeps pets
Yeah.
safe.
Yep.
Okay, speaking of Halloween, and we say this with affection, the
Yes.
vampires at Bloodworks Northwest want your blood. And that is to help save lives.
Yeah, so we got an upcoming blood drive at City Hall on November 6th and 7th.
The donation process takes under an hour, and as Jim mentioned, it helps save lives. Book your appointment today.
And for the record, no vampires actually work at Bloodworks.
Thank you
Right.
for that. Thank you for that update, David. Okay, and a reminder to mark your calendars for Dia de los Muertos.
That's
On
right.
October 26th at the Peter Kirk Community Center, this event will be happening.
Oh, yeah. There will be lots of activities, music, refreshments, and an ofrenda as well.
And that brings us to our 5 over 5. That's 5 questions and what is sure to be over 5 minutes with our special guest, Carly Pasaconis. Now, Carly, welcome back.
Thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
going for the hat trick.
Yeah.
All right.
And you are an emergency preparedness coordinator. We're going to talk all about that. But before we do, I think we should acknowledge the natural disasters that are happening in our country right now in the South. It is very timely to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's always important wherever you live to check that you have your plan, your kit, and your information to know what to do when things go wrong. So when the time comes, you can fall back on your preparedness and know you can keep yourself and your loved ones safe and more informed to make the best decisions you can for your household.
Yes, thank you. Well stated.
Yep.
And you're here to talk about the Great Shakeout.
Yeah, it's coming up.
It's coming up. But before we get into that, remind us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so as you said, my title is Emergency Preparedness Coordinator. I work in the Office of Emergency Management to help the community increase their preparedness through outreach, training, and partnership opportunities.
Yeah, and you do that so well. And I was saying before we jumped into the show, sometimes it's hard. You talk about emergency management. You got to talk about, disasters or challenges. But I'm telling you, Carly, you just emit positive energy. Like you are you bring a light into the room. And I don't know, is that part of the job description? 'Cause it's,
It might be now.
I feel like it's like, is the glass half empty or half full? And Kylie's like, hey, at least we have water.
it is really a nice element to have in your position because, you bring really positive context to things.
Definitely.
Yeah, so bravo.
What are you doing for fun these days outside of your work here at the city?
I've been loving fall.
Right.
I'm originally from New England,
What part of New England?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
So
Jim is-
I did root for the New England Patriots.
Wow, we found Jim.
Yes, I should know this. We have had you on the show. I'm from Boston. We're New Englanders, you and I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
we are. Representing.
We're getting a spectacle of fall this year.
Yeah.
The leaves are
It's been
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's been nice, whether we're going to the pumpkin patch or out for a hike, just seeing these stellar fall colors all the way out on the drive and coming home and
It
when
is
you're out and
beautiful.
about. Yeah.
That's great.
And this is such a gorgeous part of the country, don't you think?
Yeah, even here in Kirkland
Yeah.
on Market Street right now.
Oof.
Go walk,
Yeah.
go drive,
Gorgeous.
just enjoy it, get an apple cider somewhere. It's nice.
Or an apple cider donut.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? You don't really have to be hungry to eat a donut,
I usually don't eat them when I'm hungry. I don't know what that says
Well,
about
we're
me.
all enjoying fall, and that we totally agree with you.
Yeah.
So I know usually there's a set third question, but this is my third time on the show.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was hoping I could put a spin on it.
Oh,
this
you're
time.
turning the tables.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
Proactive.
Aha.
I would love to hear what you all have done to get more prepared or update supplies or what steps you've taken since last time I was here.
Oh,
I think
All
that's a very fair question.
Yeah, it is fair. We remind the community a lot. We ask the community to do things in their interest, and so we should be doing the same, walking the walk. We have a backpack that's in like the closet right by our front door. It has like an old hiking stove and some fuel.
Oh, nice.
Has like a water filter. It has like a metal water bottle, like a big like 3 liter if we need to boil. It has some packed food, I think.
Packed
like
food,
some,
yeah.
Some like backpack food. Yeah.
So, what have you done?
Wow.
Well, we put the backpack together and put it by the
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
didn't
great.
exist-
Yeah.
That didn't exist before show number 2.
No,
with Carly.
I don't think so. No, yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow.
great stuff.
That is.
But Carly, so here we live in like, a 900 square foot apartment. Like we didn't have a lot of room for stuff. What do you recommend for like how we get better, like, stock up on stuff? Because we just don't have a lot of room to stock up on stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that can be a barrier for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
And we encourage using supplies you already have, or you can have it maybe staged in a place where it is your pantry and you could easily get to it. Or if you have a bin that it's dry goods that are easy to store, they're not going to go bad, that you could grab those.
Okay.
And often people already have a lot of supplies, if it's
Yeah.
camping
true.
or other gear.
So it's like rethinking that we don't need to have a separate spot for all our emergency stuff. It's like how can the stuff we already have be accessible in an emergency?
Yeah, it
Okay.
could be either one. What
Yeah,
works
sure.
for you
Yeah,
and your
yeah, yeah.
space. And
I like the idea of tapping into your existing camping supplies. I mean, you can always do that, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
totally. Yeah.
So I don't know that you're going to be really happy with me because I was hungry and didn't have a lot of food in the house, and I kind of broke into a big package of Slim Jims that we had.
Hey.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
And I
Jim,
need to replenish them because that's
Yeah.
part of our
you know,
dry goods, right?
it is
Would
good
that be
practice, Jim, I think, to like
Yes.
or
There
like
you
don't
go.
let them go to
Okay.
waste,
There
right?
you go. That's what
Yeah.
you were doing.
Yes, exactly. So that's what I would say from our production show yesterday is now I know all the bottle of water, the water bottles we have stored. I need to replenish them, right? You need to
Yes.
you need to dump them out, fill them up again every 6 months. Is that the deal?
Yep.
Water-
That's a great timeline.
Yeah.
Water expires?
Water. Well,
I wasn't aware of this. Why do we need to
Keep it
swap it
fresh.
out? Yeah.
It helps if it's not treated to be
Oh.
in a container for a long time.
Got it.
Then switching it twice a year. We recommend when you spring forward with your clocks and then fall behind, which is coming up in a
that's
few
great.
weeks,
Oh, it's
Change
the
out
best
the
night of the
water.
year.
Yeah.
and update your food if it's expired or
Yeah, or
find a
you've
good
eaten it.
cause. Yeah, to snack on it. Get some new stuff in there.
So
Those are
it's
great.
great stuff.
Okay.
So now we'll
Nice.
put information in the show notes about how to build all these things and make sure you're up to date on all your emergency preparedness.
Great.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us about the Great Shakeout.
Great Shakeout is coming up. It's when you can join millions of people worldwide each year to practice a drop, cover, and hold on drill and other earthquake safety actions. And most people participate on International Shakeout Day, and that is always the third Thursday of October.
Third Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So everybody, sounds like millions.
A million across the globe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody's going to jointly participate in this simulated event, right? And where do you get your instructions on what to do?
You can go to shakeout.org/how-to-participate and
there you
sign up with your family, schools, community groups, or other organizations. And you can
Nice.
practice separately or together.
Together. And so you're out there, people out there in the community practicing, right? And we're doing that at the city, right? We're going to do a great shakeout at the city for city staff.
Yeah, we'll send information out, and when people are able to do it that day, they'll drop, cover, and hold on, or check what their plans are to do when an earthquake
Yeah.
or emergency
Okay.
Oh,
happens.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
So it's like-
Carly, you said you gave us an interesting story as we were kind of jumping on to the podcast about what people have learned in the past and what they need to know in the future.
About how, like, what to do during
Yeah.
earthquakes.
Yes, there's
Okay.
been a lot of research put into learning what to do
Okay.
and what not to do.
Okay.
Okay.
And we've learned the best places to go are under a table or a desk. And the most important thing is to protect your head and neck.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And people used to be recommended to go into bathtubs or stand in doorways. And if you're
yeah.
standing, you're not exactly protecting your internal organs
Yeah.
or your
Oh, I
head and
see.
your neck. So you want to get as
Ah.
low as you can and drop, cover, hold on, protect your head and
Yeah.
neck.
That's
Well-
that's a good explanation because I was taught the tub or doorway.
Were you?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
stood in a doorway during an earthquake.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay,
Wow.
don't do that again, muscle memory.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it.
Well, that's really great, Carly. That's, updated information. And it makes perfect sense. Stay low, protect yourself, get under a desk. Don't cuddle up under sharp objects that might fall on you.
Oh,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Right? Get into a safe place under a desk, something like that.
Okay.
And our upcoming videos will highlight if you have a hard time getting under those objects,
Yeah, what you can do.
what shakeout would look like for you.
Okay.
Great stuff.
Nice.
Love it. All right. Well, Carly, third time on, you know what's coming.
Yep.
Last question. Do you always watch disaster movies? No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. What have you been watching, reading, listening to these
Well,
days?
recently I just got a new cookbook.
Ooh, okay.
Ah.
Tell
And
us.
the author came into town for a book signing.
Oh, nice. That's fun.
That was this week. So I'm really excited to find recipes for the holidays with that. And
Ooh,
I
yes.
used a previous recipe they had. But I was really nervous a couple of Thanksgivings ago because I usually do a practice recipe
You do a practice
Okay.
recipe.
before I have the
She's
people I want to eat
prepared.
it.
It's very
Carly's always prepared.
it's very on brand.
Yeah.
It's very on brand.
That tracks.
It's a
Preparedness.
mindset.
Yeah.
It's a mindset.
Holiday preparedness.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I made this recipe and I was really worried it was a cream puff with apple slices wrapped. They looked like roses
Ooh.
Oh my
dipped in
gosh.
caramel.
Oh, wow.
And we were traveling, so I made them and then traveled with them.
Ooh, uh-oh.
And they made it to Thanksgiving
I mean,
dinner.
nice.
And
Yeah.
they looked beautiful and they were very tasty, but I was watching people eat them with like a look of horror. And they're like, what's going to go wrong? I was like, I don't know.
Like, what's in this? Why are you? Yeah.
Yeah. And
gosh.
they were delicious. People liked them.
Nice.
That was such a great way you told that story because all of us in the studio are looking at it and going,
Yeah.
oh, they got
Yeah.
smushed.
Yeah, like
And she goes, but they were perfectly fine. Oh, that's great.
I was half expecting you to talk about crab recipes because I have this vision in my head from a story you told me once of you out crabbing on a paddleboard. And I just think that's one of the coolest things I've ever heard.
We ate crab last night. So, yeah.
Nice.
But did you catch him from paddleboarding?
No, they were dive acquired.
Oh, wow.
like in the
Oh, wow.
tank at the grocery store, or like you dove.
Julian dove and
What?
caught the crab and brought it home for dinner.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to hang out with you all
Yeah.
like, when the big earthquake comes. You can like you're hand harvesting crab and
Following
making-
all rules and regulations.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes,
The right
yes.
permits.
Naturally.
Wow,
Okay.
that's really good.
Okay, so you've been reading that cookbook. That sounds amazing.
Getting on it.
We might, when you come back, we may have like a challenge match for the best emergency or disaster movie ever made. We may
Yeah.
do something like that. So be prepared.
We might also need to, with Officer Trombley's penchants for baking, we just might need to do the Great Kirkland Cook-Off.
Cook-off. We have all these
Or
ideas.
bake-off or whatever.
We have all these ideas.
Okay, yeah, we'll workshop it.
There's a lot of skill that comes on this show. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Yes.
Well, Carly, will you stick around for our pop quiz multiple choice trivia?
Yes.
All right. So one of these answers rocks the foundation, while the others erode under pressure, which of course means we just made them up.
Okay.
We made up two.
Okay.
One of them rings true.
Got it.
Let's see.
Option A, a massive earthquake in the 1800s caused the Yukon River to flow backwards for a short period of time.
Wow,
Oh.
that's dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Option B, earthquakes can cause the Earth's core to temporarily shift off its axis.
Oof.
Interesting.
Does the
That's-
Earth ever go off its axis? I don't know.
And option C, the Richter scale quantifies the magnitude of earthquakes, measuring the amplitude of ground motion recorded seismographically, effectively capturing the geometric relationship between wave amplitude and the energy release at an earthquake's source.
I got
Science.
lost pretty soon into
I
that.
don't know. Is it geometric, David? Is it?
I'm not. I just feel like geometric is perhaps the
Geometric.
wrong
Yeah.
escalation mode
Yeah.
for this.
Even though it has geo in there.
and it sounds sciencey.
And wave amplitude.
I just don't know about that one.
C.
I'm pretty sure it's logarithmic.
Yeah, it's
but
gotta be
I don't
logarithmic.
know. I mean, is it though? I don't think it's
Anyway.
trigonometric.
Maybe not that one.
Or,
Plus, it's option C.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So don't hurt our brains too much
yeah,
thinking about
okay.
that one. Okay.
Well, after all of that, the answer is B.
see, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
wasn't C.
Yeah.
Earthquakes, especially large ones, can indeed cause small shifts in the Earth's rotation
Wow.
and temporarily move the planet's axis. The 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake shifted the Earth's axis by a few centimeters.
Oh.
Wow.
I wonder what is the impact of also having. We have a second moon right now. Did you know this?
No.
Yeah. So we have a temporary asteroid that is, like, for all intents and purposes, a second moon.
Wow.
Yeah. I wonder if that has any.
Is it visible to the naked eye?
It is not. Yeah, it's about the size of a school bus, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a small moon.
So anyway,
Yeah, that
yeah,
is,
it's-
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's generous.
Generous characterization.
Well, did you know in 1811 a series of large earthquakes hit the New Madrid region of the Mississippi River, which created enough of an uplift to cause the Mississippi River to momentarily flow backwards.
Wow.
Oh, so okay, so it wasn't the Yukon River, it was the Mississippi.
Mississippi
Got
River.
The
Wow.
quakes also created temporary lakes and changed the landscape
Yeah,
significantly.
so
Yeah, it
earthquakes
seems
can
like it.
affect change.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we do measure them logarithmically,
Yeah.
not geometrically. And the only reason I knew that is because I wrote the joke.
Carly, thank you so much for being on the podcast. It's always so
for
much
having
fun.
me.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Hey, don't forget to sign up to plant a tree with Green Kirkland.
Yes, and that does it for this week, my friends. You've been listening to This Week in Kirkland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Special thanks to Mike Connor for his behind-the-scenes magic.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Our next episode is October 17th. Until then,
Stay connected, Kirkland.